Hello people, this is a very quick tutorial just to explain what the trade route screen shows you and why you would want to do trade routes in Civilization Beyond Earth. Now from Civilization 5 this is totally new to me, this could have been in DLC which I haven't looked at, but it adds a great dynamic to the game, and initially I overlooked this, but it's very much essential to being successful in the game. Now you need to build these units which is called trade convoys. You can also build water-based units which can establish the same convoy but they just go through water, so you can reach different areas. Obviously you need to be aware of different enemies which might attack them, such as aliens are a bit of a nightmare at the beginning. Now there is an early on quest where you can choose between having repulsors around your base, extending their effect I believe, or the most important one is to protect trade convoys from aliens. That is the one that I would suggest you choose every single time. So when you build this repulsor net around the city, I'll see if I can find one. I may have already built it. Let's see if we can see it in here. Ultrasonic fences. So this prevents aliens from attacking your city. When you do build that, you do get a quest which also allows you to either extend the range or, like I said, protect your trade units. That is absolutely essential. It just stops the nightmare of aliens attacking you. Even if you're going down kind of and not attacking the alien route, it's just worth having that peace of mind in case something changes. So that protects your trade convoys. Now when you've made one, you can establish trade routes. Each city can have a certain amount of trade routes, and that's shown at the top. So this one can support 3 trade routes. There are modifiers, there are sponsor changes which can increase your trade routes. So there's 2 routes currently in use. So if we return to the map and we have another look at our options for this then. Now this is the trade route screen, and at first this is a little bit confusing to figure out, and sometimes it's easy to get mixed up with what the arrows actually mean. So what this means is if I'm sharing with Central, is the 2 arrows pointing to the left means that this is what I will get off them and this is what I will give to them in exchange. So if I shared with any of these, I'd essentially be supporting my own cities from the capital. So I would receive 3 food, 6 production, but I'd be giving out 6 food and I'd be giving out 11 production per turn. So essentially I'd be boosting my other cities to make them more effective and sharing my resources, which is essential if you want to build other things like wonders, and you're not able to build them in your capital. Maybe you're already building one or you've got something else going on there. You can share it and you can increase that for the other cities. The other colonies, then if we have a look at this one to begin with, this means that they would be giving me 9 energy per turn, and in response for that I'd be giving them 5 energy back and 1 science per turn. So then overall I'd be getting a net of like 4 energy, but I'd also be losing some science each turn, so I'd be kind of helping them out essentially. The idea is to pick the best value that you possibly can on there. So Ian is the best one that I've done still, and that was my previous route, and it will mention if it's your previous route, so you can just click on it and then that will help you just to save a little bit of time. If you go to the trade overview, it tells you what's going on. So here's the outbound, and this tells you where they're going to and the available routes that you have got. You can have a look through some of these. There are outposts, which I'll see if I can spot any on here first, which is not too easy. Essentially these stations and these outposts, what they will give you is they will give you 100% in return. So what you will get essentially is you'll get the top 2 arrows of things that are going in, and you won't have to give them anything out in return. Now what that means is probably at the later points of the game these do disappear, so there aren't any available for me to show you at the moment. But as you explore at the beginning of the game, you'll spot what look like little cities and their stations. The first people to set up a trade route with them will get access to it, and only one person can trade, so it's essentially free resources. So at the beginning of the game I'd focus on the normal process, but I'd use some of your energy to purchase trade convoys, and I would get them sent off almost immediately to those areas to claim those free resources. Okay, I hope that helps to explain the trade route. It's not something to be underestimated with, and in fact it is essential to your victory in this game. Thanks for watching people.